The hardest part of leaving home might not be your own guilt. It might be what your dog feels the second the door closes behind you. For many owners, it starts with a complaint from a neighbor, a voice recording from the hallway, or a camera clip that changes everything. The dog that seemed calm when you picked up your keys suddenly starts barking, pacing, whining, scratching the door, or running from room to room. And the real reason is not always what people think. Your dog is not always being stubborn, dramatic, or bad. In many cases, your dog is trying to cope with a deep emotional reaction to your absence. And yes, sometimes the truth is heartbreaking. A lot of people assume a barking dog is just being noisy, but behavior experts have studied what dogs do when they are left alone, and the pattern is often much more emotional than random. Separation-related behavior in dogs usually begins within the first few minutes after the owner leaves. That means your dog is not slowly deciding to misbehave an hour later. The reaction often happens almost right away, like a wave of stress hitting them the moment they realize you are truly gone. That barking can be a signal that your dog is struggling, not just sounding an alarm. In veterinary behavior studies, around 14% to 20% of dogs seen in general practice show signs of separation-related problems. That is a huge number when you think about how many dogs live in homes all over the world. And in one large survey of 1,807 dogs, 22.1% showed signs of separation-related behavior at one point. Even more interesting, 9.9% developed new signs after their daily routines changed. That matters because it tells us something powerful. Dogs do not just react to being alone, they react to change, uncertainty, and the sudden loss of the pattern that made them feel safe. So what is really happening in your dog's mind when they bark after you leave? For many dogs, barking is not just noise, it is communication. It can mean, come back. It can mean, I don't understand where you went. It can mean, I feel unsafe right now. Some researchers have found that dogs with separation problems are often much more active and vocal than dogs without those problems. While relaxed dogs tend to lie down, rest, or simply wait, dogs with separation distress may keep moving, keep calling out, and struggle to settle. In one study, dogs without separation problems were mostly inactive during separation, and vocalization was almost non-existent. That contrast says a lot. And here's the part that might break your heart. Your dog may not be barking because they are angry that you left. They may be barking because your absence feels emotionally painful. Dogs are deeply social animals. Over thousands of years, they evolved to live close to humans. You are not just the person who fills the food bowl. You are their routine, their safety cue, their social group, and in many cases, their favorite emotional anchor. When you leave, some dogs do not experience that as a normal quiet break. They experience it as sudden disconnection. This is why two dogs can react so differently to the exact same goodbye. One dog watches you leave, circles twice, and falls asleep on the couch. Another dog starts barking before your car even reaches the end of the street. The difference often comes down to temperament, attachment, routine, and previous experiences. Some dogs are naturally more sensitive. Some have had unstable early lives. Some were rehomed. Some became used to constant company and never learned that being alone is safe. Some are especially attached to one person and feel lost without them. So if your dog barks when you are gone, the real reason might not be disobedience at all. It might be insecurity. There is also something important hidden inside the sound itself. Not all barking means the same thing. Research on dog vocal. Behavior suggests that different vocalizations can reflect different emotional states. Whining is often more connected to fear or distress, while barking can be more connected to frustration. That means your dog may be saying two things at once. Part of them may be afraid that the connection is broken, and part of them may be frustrated because they cannot fix it. They cannot open the door. They cannot follow you. They cannot understand when you will return. Imagine feeling upset, trapped, and confused all at once. That is much closer to the real picture. This also explains why barking is often only one part of the story. Many dogs who bark when left alone also pace, pant, drool, scratch doors, chew objects, or have accidents in the house. These behaviors are not random. They are often pieces of the same emotional puzzle. In one puppy study, 46.9% of 6-month-old dogs showed at least one separation-related behavior when left alone. Pacing was one of the most common, Signs. That matters because barking is sometimes just the symptom owners notice first. The deeper issue may be the whole stress response happening underneath it. Routine changes can make this even worse. Think about what happened during periods when people stayed home more than usual. Many dogs got used to constant presence. Then, when life became busy again, some dogs struggled. That same large study I mentioned earlier found that almost 1 in 10 dogs developed new separation-related signs after schedules shifted. So if your dog only started barking after you changed jobs, moved homes, started going out more, or stopped working from home, that is not a coincidence. From your dog's point of view, the world changed, and nobody explained the new rules. Another painful truth is that many owners do not know this is happening. Dogs often act normal when we come home. Some even greet us with excitement, wagging tails or full-body wiggles. So we assume everything was fine, but home camera footage has changed that illusion. It has shown owners that some dogs begin barking, howling, or pacing within minutes of departure, then spend long periods in distress before finally becoming quiet from exhaustion. Silence does not always mean peace. Sometimes it just means the dog gave up. Now, that does not mean every dog who barks when alone has severe separation anxiety. Some dogs bark because they hear outside noises. Some react to passing people. Other dogs, delivery sounds, or movement near the house. Some are bored, understimulated, or full of unused energy. But when the barking starts right after you leave, happens together with pacing or whining, and fades when someone is home, that strongly suggests the issue is emotional attachment and distress, not simple boredom. The timing matters, the pattern matters, the full picture matters. And maybe the saddest part is this. Your dog is not trying to make your life harder. Your dog is trying to feel okay in a moment that feels wrong to them. That bark may be the sound of a bond that is so strong it turns painful when stretched too suddenly. It may be your dog calling for the one being who makes the world feel predictable. When people say, "My dog is too attached to me," they often say it with a smile. But in some homes, that attachment comes with real suffering the moment the owner disappears from sight. The good news is that once you understand the real reason, you stop punishing the wrong thing. You stop seeing your dog as naughty and start seeing them as overwhelmed. That change matters because dogs do not heal through scolding. They heal through safety, calm training, predictable routines, and learning that your absence is temporary. The barking is the clue. The emotion behind it is the real story. And when you finally see that story clearly, it becomes impossible not to feel for them. So the next time your dog barks when you leave, do not just hear noise. Hear the message inside it. Your dog may be saying, "I don't know how to be okay without you yet." And for a loyal animal who loves with their whole heart, that is not bad behavior. That is vulnerability. If you love learning what your dog is really trying to tell you, make sure you subscribe and stay with us. And watch our next video on the hidden signs your dog is deeply attached to you, because once you see them, you will never look at your dog the same way again.